I still owe you guys the rest of the NZSBK season, and trust me, I'm deep in the trenches working on that. But while I'm knee deep in road racing chaos and multi-day mayhem, I figured it was time to take a little detour back to the dirty side. Yep, it's time for a Speedway video. Just one night, short and sweet, allegedly. And hey, this one's special. We've started experimenting with onboard footage from the Speedway bike. It's still a work in progress, but honestly, it's looking pretty damn cool. So if you're keen for something fast, raw, and just a little bit unhinged, you're in the right place. Tonight we're back at Oceanview Speedway in Wanganui, where the track comes alive and the spirit of racing is in full force. We're here for the Karl Barrett Memorial race, a tribute to a young rider who tragically lost his life far too soon.
2005, 20 years ago, goodness, we lost Karl Barrett. He was seriously injured in a most unfortunate accident at Rosebank, Avondale in Auckland. He suffered a serious head injury, was taken to Auckland Hospital, but unfortunately he passed away shortly. It was his first season racing sidecars, but along with Brian Kilcolly, he had made a big impression already, and people were talking about him as being someone who was really going to excel in the sport. So ladies and gentlemen, I just ask you please to stand, and we'll observe a moment of silence in memory of Karl Barrett. Thank you.
The format for the night added a real edge to the racing. With 11 bikes on the programme and only a handful of spots up for grabs in the final, every race counted. Each team would race in 3 heats, scoring points based on where they finished. The more consistent you were, the better your shot at making the final. Starting positions changed with every round, so nothing came easy. You had to fight your way forward again and again. At the end of the heats, the top 5 point scorers would go through to the final, with everyone else done for the night.
See how it goes. Starting to get some drive now out of first four. So they've had their practice start. So we've got 21, Glenn Murray, 17, Will, 69, Jason Reeves, 73, it's Barry Smith. On the outside, 27B, Craig Bowler, and running off the back, the 13 bike of Willie and Robert Jensen. 27, Craig Bowler, he came out of that worst probably. Pulls another wheelie coming out of the turn there. So boy, there's some drive out there tonight.
Trying to go left off the start. Okay, stop. You've got enough fuel. So it should be right. Yeah, by one on the left. Don't crack the throttle hard there.
Cool bikes, yes. So 13, Willie and Robert Jensen. They'll come up and take the 27 by position on the grid. He's got horse right behind him. He's got 73, Barry Smith, 13, Willie Jensen. David Reid, a very handy advantage to Jason Reid's ship. Jason Reid's just fighting something with that bike. It doesn't sound quite right. It's slow off the mark. So men and bike will be having to adjust. But as they come into the front straight again, 21, Glenn Murray, gets the white flag, 7 Glenn Murray leads them into 3 and 4, keeping a good clean tight line there. Here he comes, he'll take the win.
After each race, it's a chaotic pit stop sprint to get everything sorted before the next heat. In that tiny slither of time, helmets get their colour changed like it's a fashion show, grid positions are rechecked because paranoia, fuel's thrown in and the engine gets cooled down because, surprise surprise, it gets hot doing race things. Goggles or gloves might get swapped depending on the weather, track or mood of the rider, although I'll let you in on a little secret. If the first race goes well, my dad flat out refuses to change his gloves for the rest of the night. Not that he's superstitious or anything at all. Then it's straight back out and onto the grid before anyone can overthink it.
You got the Rose bike, then you got Smith and Meyer. Front wheel in the air, came down and didn't really have a lot of drive after that. He's caught it going now, but Aaron Rose, he's taken advantage of that. He's blasted into the lead. There we go. And managed to drag it down though, and she still held that third position. Yep, that track's looking pretty good. So Aaron Rose is leading. And Jason Reid, that bike sounding a lot happier this time. That'll be the white flag this time for Aaron Rose. One to go. He's going to be able to make it. The one that could change. Here comes Hawk. Up the inside of Barry Smith. Makes the pass. Takes over third place. Aaron Rose is going to take a win. Hawes and Aiden in third, then Barry and Blair and...
All the sidecars head out onto the track together, but they are split into 2 heats to keep things safe and manageable. If you're not racing that round, you wait on the infield, basically parked up in the middle of the action, watching and listening while the other group races. It's a weird mix of adrenaline and anticipation, knowing you're up next and trying not to overthink every sound coming off the track. Then once that heat wraps up, everyone rolls back to the pits together, where it's straight into prep mode for the next round.
In a one-race final for the Karl Barrett Memorial. So we've got 5 bikes in this heat. They're all there. 32, Sam Carter. 73, Barry Smith. 34, Aaron Rose, walking the bike up. Sturge is just checking that front wheel. Roses will be hoping to get the same sort of start that they got in that last, in that second heat. And all you have to do is go down and answer a question at the headshot. So get ready to go for a run, Dave. He's out by about 4 bike lengths from Wingnut. Then it's the 2 bikes bouncing around there. Tony Hislop back and forth place, but he really needs to get his gun. Nigel Sturgeon, they'll get the white flag this time. So here they come, 3, 3 and 4, Aaron Rose, leads Wingnut. 32, Sam Carter, great ride from the trailing the field, 17, Tony Hislop. So I think we can safely say that that Rose and Sturgeon and Wingnut and Sam are going to go through to the final, I think.
After tallying the points from all 3 heats, we found out they just missed the A final by a single point. 6th out of 11. Frustrating, yes, but honestly they were stoked with how they rode. Every lap counted, every corner taught them something, and the progress is starting to show. No mechanical disasters, no unexpected acrobatics, just solid racing and a few more steps forward. Once everything was packed down, we stuck around to watch the A final, which was taken out by the number 34V bike. Huge thanks to everyone who made the night happen: the organisers, the marshals, the fellow teams, the spectators, and of course our incredible sponsors. We couldn't do this without you. There's plenty more three-wheeled speedway and road racing action on the horizon, so if you haven't already, hit subscribe and join us for the ride. Got questions, comments, or just want to say hi? Drop it below. We read every one. Your support genuinely keeps this whole thing moving. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.